Good morning and welcome back to my channel, Ewok in the Woods, Karen. So I'm back at the Pine Trailhead and people have been going through the water compared to what it was last week. So my plan for today is to go in as far as I can, maybe about 8-10 miles. And this is going to be about a 3 or 4 day out and back. I want to make it as far as Washington Park on the Arizona Trail, heading northbound. And Washington Park is about 18 miles from the Pine Trailhead. And it's about 10:30. I have a little over 2 liters of water with me. And my Seanock and Sawyer so that I can filter water. The next mile is stuff that I've seen before. So I'll go ahead and I'll get off of here. And when I start seeing something new, I'll be back. Okay, so this is where everything is new to me. And I just looked at gut hooks. It's about 3.5 miles to a source of water. So hopefully they have it there. I just had a Laura bar and a little bit of some hydrate and recover. I've got it made up and ready so I can sip on it on my way. But if it stays in shaded covered areas like this, it won't be bad. If it gets exposed, then I'll start to get pretty hot. But if it stays like this, it won't be too bad. So here's to some new stuff. I also did just do some stretches. So mile in stretches, made my hydrate and recover, ready to push through now. Let's get to hiking. So there's a pretty decent tent site just up from the trailhead. And a mighty big cairn from probably moving some rocks from over there. There's also a cairn up there. So I'm coming to a place where the new Arizona Trail kind of zigzags, and then the Highline Trail goes straight. So, not really sure. The straight looks better than all the zigzags. But just checking in. Catch back in with you again in a little while. Sorry. Just get a shot of that and then I'll zoom back out. And I made it to the highest point where I'm going to go, which is 6,131 feet. Just passed a couple of guys that are doing a 40-mile hike from basically Horton Creek or Tonto Creek on the Highline Trail. And they said, Weber Creek is a very reliable water source. It's 6 miles away, as well as the tenting. So it's 12:30. It's taken me, I guess it's 2 hours to go 2.5 miles. But it's been all up. So what I have now is down. Hopefully I can pick up that pace. And might spend the night there at that Weber Creek. Not too sure yet. Have to see when I get there. Check back in with you in a while. So down there was that trailhead sign. So I went up a little bit more than that 6,131. But I just came out and I've got a wonderful view. Mountains way off in the distance. Trying to move up here past this tree. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, let's get to hiking. And welcome back. So, I made it to 3 miles in, and I found, if you can find it, a sit-down rock. And it's in the shade. A manzanita bush. I used to call them a mahogany bush. Over this way, because of the color of those roots. But my understanding is they're manzanitas. I have a wonderful view. I'm gonna sit down, get out my water, and take a drink and rest a little bit. As you can see, that's not the easiest to do, especially with only one hand. But just checking in. 3 miles so far, not too bad, especially considering as though I'm not slack packing. I'm actually got my pack, which weighs I think about 21, 22 pounds, something like that right now with the water and everything. So, I'm gonna get some water in me, rest up, and head down. So I just went past that cairn, and I saw that area, and it's really close to the trail, but that's a tentable spot. And then I saw over to here and said, wow, that's pretty nice. And then I looked up and went, oh, wow, what a view. So this is looking east now. Well, I'm just gonna drop my trekking poles. Pretty nice. A little bit different view. Before I was getting views over here on this side when I was looking west. So, get back to hiking, I guess. A day of gorgeous views is what I'm gonna have apparently. So, looks like the trail goes up and kind of along the south side of that hill. Oops, sorry about my finger. So that's the trail through there. I believe that's 87. And the trail goes ever up. So much for that 6,131 feet being the high point, because I just keep on going up. I'm not exactly sure what the high point is. Check back in with you again in a little while. Okay, so I don't know if you can really tell how steep this is. But it does drop off pretty good along here. So I'm looking for a cement trough. Should be in about half a mile or so. Back on March 8th is the last Gut Hooks posting, although I know more people have gone through there And I don't know what's going on with gut hooks, why people's postings are not staying on there. It's only for like a 10-day time period, I don't know. But there's ones from 2019 and 2020 that are there that are so irrelevant for right now. And it looks like now I'm on the down. Finally, no more huffing and puffing. Going up. But it is a pretty steep drop off. So I will go ahead and put away the phone. Check back with you again in a little while. So I'm right around, I think it's called Red Rock Spring. Looks like a campsite right there. Looks like they had a campfire there. Maybe somebody could have been back there. Somebody over here, another campsite. But I am just about out of water. And look what I see. Trying to filter some water and some cameling them up. Awesome. Okay, so the water is really clear. I don't have a very good seal right there. But this is my first time hooking it all up. I'm gonna have to play around with that. See if I can get it a better seal. I don't know what that was. Something purging out of there. Let me see if I can get a better seal on there. Okay, so I got a good flow going now. So I needed to take off the cap washer that's down there inside that white cap. And I put the washer in there. And then I needed to loosen that up a little bit so I could get a vacuum going. But it is definitely flowing nice, and I'm not having to squeeze it. And pretty soon I'll have that liter full, and then I can get my 700 milliliter bottle up, and then I'll probably camel up, sit here and eat some lunch. And I am so glad that I found water. Yay! Alright, so I got less than 3 miles. Last time I looked at gut hook, it was 2.9 to Weber Creek, where I plan on camping. But that looks like the trail going over that way. Just met Picasso and Snake Charmer. They're both going northbound. Picasso passed me. Haven't seen Snake Charmer yet. He didn't get his water filled up at the Red Rock Spring. Glad I filled up there, because the Pine Spring was terrible. Something about the Army Conservation Corps, the sign was like broken down, but there was a cistern. Didn't bother taking the lid off of it, but water was just seeping all across the road, the trail and the ground and everything, so it was kind of icky to get across there. But if I make it to that Weber Creek, according to my mileage, it would be 9 miles, which is the farthest that I've done for quite a while, especially carrying a pack that's not a slack pack, and just having shot my knee 2 days ago. It is starting to get kind of swollen and sore, so I know I need to get some ibuprofen into it. So the goal is to put push, get to that Weber Creek. So hopefully I can do it safely. Check back in a while. So it's gonna camp within a half a mile of here. All kinds of bones strewn way up there even. Boy, I don't know if I want to camp here then. So it's about under half a mile this side of Weber Creek. Figured I didn't want to camp right at Weber Creek because there would be critters coming down there. But I'm almost out of water. So let's do I go to 0.3 to Weber Creek and get some water or not? I don't know, but I'm really tired. It's almost 5:30, 7 hours on trail. By the time I get to where I'm going, it'll be a 9-mile day, longest I've done in a very long time. And my knee is starting to feel it, as well as some hot spots on my feet. So carrying a pack, I really should have done more when I was off from work instead of just sitting around. But there was also a lot of snow going on. So, I don't know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm tired. I need to find a place where I can make camp. First spot I see, I'm gonna take. So I'm gonna get off of here, search for a campsite. And Weber Creek. I'm gonna get some into my CNOC, about 2 liters. Carry it about 1/10 of a mile up the hill to my campsite. I've already set up my tent. And then I will make some dinner. So catch you a little bit later maybe, or in the morning. Hello, it's about 9 minutes to 7 o'clock at night. And I got the campsite all set up. Well, I still need to do my air mattress and get into my sleeping bag, change my clothes, but I've got my water, it's all filtered. I just got done making grilled chicken pad thai from Alpine Air in my jet boil. And yes, I'm having a cigarette. I haven't had one all day. So that's the farthest I've been in a long time. I was getting kind of worried whether or not if I was going to get in here on time. There's another person camping down below. There is a road down here too. So I'm going to go ahead and get something to eat. Just trying to figure out a place to hang a bear bag. Not many options. Most of these ponderosa pines don't have an adequate way to hang something, so I'll come up with something, I guess. I saw something pretty interesting down below at that other site, but I'm here, get something to eat and hang the bag and climb into my tent. Catch you tomorrow morning.